I'm Laura, and this is Tropetrinitytrilogy. Today I'll be doing the All Hallows Write Tag. So I was gonna wait till a bit closer to Halloween, but there's a carnival at my school today, and I got my face painted. So I was like, I want to have festive face for Halloween in my Halloween video. However, I will say when I went to get my face painted, I was like, hey, can I have a spacey face next to my alien? So the lady gave me a trippy flower rainbow face with a tiny alien in the corner. I was like, that's not exactly what I requested, but it still looks nice. This was free and you're nice, so doesn't matter. It's cool. So I'm a trippy flower princess with an alien in the corner. Don't think about it too hard. Anyway, back to the tag. So this Halloween writing tag was created by Sam Kassè, whose original blog post I'll link down below. I'll also link down below the first video version of this tag, which is Janna Moreci's, down below. This is a character-based writing tag where they give you Halloween-based situations and make you pick one of your characters to put in that situation. Which I really like those tags, but I've never done one before. So I thought, why not do this one now? I need a Halloween-y video, and this sounds fun. My fridge started to make annoying noises, so I unplugged it, so hopefully all my food won't go bad. The rules for this tag is 1, you have to explain your novel before doing it, and 2, you cannot use the same character more than 3 times. Now, I don't really like using the same character too many times, so that shouldn't be a problem. So the novel I'm using for this is the novel that I used last year for NaNoWriMo, mainly because I don't feel like my current NaNoWriMo novel is developed enough that I understand the characters to the point that I can actually do this for them. So anyway, here is my synopsis for Sicarius Saga Protector. Sonia Sicarius has always resented the Improbus, resented their status, wealth, and power. However, in the Roman province of Gallia, where the Improbus's power is only surpassed by the divine, she has no ability to retaliate. So when the opportunity to spy on a meeting held by the ruler's sons presents itself, she cannot resist her own temptations. Never before has she come so close to the secret of the place she calls home. That is, until she gets caught. So I hope you found that at least somewhat enticing. Now let's get to the meat of the tag. Number 1, it's Halloween night. What is your character dressed as? So Sonia is one of those nerds who would dress as an obscure book character that no one actually gets. So her favorite story, which is actually an epic poem, but she originally read it because she can't afford to see it live, is The Odyssey. And her favorite female character in that is Athena. And I know that Athena is the Greek name for the character and Sonia is Roman. However, I will be using the Greek name for this example because the Odyssey is Greek. So Sonia would want to be Athena. However, her mom would not let her be Athena because Sonia lives in the Roman Empire and Christianity is illegal and Sonia's mother happens to be a Christian. And so Sonia's mom wouldn't be too thrilled about Sonia dressing up as a goddess from a different religion, specifically a religion that kills Christians, because Sonia's mother is a bit bitter about people of her religion being hunted down and killed. I don't know why. It seems a bit unreasonable. So Sonia's second 2 choices from the Odyssey would be the nymph Calypso or the beautiful witch goddess Circe, who her mother would not recognize and would not mind if she dressed them as some. However, Sonia's father is very familiar with the Odyssey, and he knows that both those characters are femme fatales who kidnap Odysseus and do it with him. And Sonia's father would not be cool with her dressing up with a femme fatale. And to be completely honest, Sonia could not pull off the femme fatale look. I mean, I don't care if she does it, but she just can't pull it off. Maybe when she's older and more mature she can, but in this point in the book, she would crash and burn with that costume. Sonia would pick her 4th choice as the costume, which is Odysseus's wife, Penelope, which would please both her parents. However, no one would actually get the costume, so sucks for Sonia. Nothing in her life can ever be simple or easy. Number 2, which of your cast refuses to dress up and shows up at the Halloween party without a costume? That would be Brutus Bellator. He is one of the ruler's sons at that meeting she shows up at, and he is the protector of the military, so he's born and bred soldier. And he spends his times at parties sulking in the corner and avoiding girls who want to get with important and powerful guys. What a killjoy. However, if Sonia wanted, she could find him at the party and make him participate, and eventually she could probably get some ink and draw a cat face on his costume, and he'd be like, oh, I don't want to do this, but like actually he does, which is why he's not like, go away. He's like, oh no, don't, I'm trying, oh darn, I couldn't lift my arms. So yeah, she would just paint a cat face on him, and then for the rest of the week, he's just stained with a cat face because it's actual ink. And like all the other protectors would give him a hard time, but he honestly wouldn't give a crap. He's just like, yep, this is my life. I've accepted it. Number 3, which of your characters wears the most outrageous costume and what would it be? That character would be Protector Matthew Salenda, and he would wear a sexy Hercules costume because Hercules is the most hardcore of the Roman heroes, and Matthew likes being sexy. So Matthew's costume would consist of a leather gladiator skirt that's obnoxiously short and has no sides on it. He would not wear a shirt. He would wear a red cape, strappy sandals, leather gauntlets, and a golden laurel. And he would go around to all the ladies being like, hey baby, you're driving me insane. Number 4. On Halloween, vampires, werewolves, and zombies are on the prowl. Each of your characters get caught in their clutches and subsequently gets turned into one of them. That definitely would be Sonia Sicarius, my protagonist, because she has a knack for getting herself into trouble. She'd probably be caught when trying to spy on someone or just breaking some law. It doesn't really matter which law. She breaks a lot of the laws. So in this story, there are the Greco-Roman mythological creatures of the anthropophage, which are a race of cannibals, and they actually could catch and eat her in this situation. However, going with the mythological creatures in the example, Sonia would probably be caught by a werewolf. Because in Roman myth, the creator of Rome is Romulus, who was raised by a wolf with his brother who he killed because sibling goals. But yeah, so the Romans have a pretty close tie with wolves, and actually Sonia has a problem with regular wolves in the story, so a werewolf is really not that far off. So she'd probably be caught by one. She'd be smart enough to get herself out of it, but not after getting bit like 5 times. And then she'd be like, oh, I'm good. Oh, wolf. Number 5. Who wins the contest for best costume? Ironically, that would be the sister of Brutus, Valentia Bellator. Valentia isn't really that obsessed with winning, but she's a bit arrogant and standoffish. So in her free time, she tends to avoid people and take things too seriously. So it's Halloween, she's just gonna dress up so she can look nice. So she'll spend months planning the outfit and then custom ordering it and having multiple fittings. And since she's grown up fairly wealthy, the money doesn't matter because she's never really had to be concerned about money, so she'll spend all the money. But when she wins, she would be like, oh, cool, I don't really care about any of your approval. I just dress nice for myself, but you know, whatever, thanks for this prize, you bunch of peasants. And then she'd go laugh at her brother who has a cat face drawn on him. Number 6. Who hands out toothbrushes to the trick-or-treaters? So that would be Protector Galanos Cura, who is the protector of medicine. So obviously he's been trained to do a lot of medical things and promotes being healthy. So his father is also the lictor of medicine. However, his father is fairly down to earth and would not be handing out toothbrushes. However, Galen is a know-it-all and wants everyone to know how smart he is. So he would not only hand out toothbrushes, he'd also have a diagram that he made and then holds up and be like, this is how you use the toothbrush to all the small kids. He would assume that the older people know how to use them. But if they have really bad teeth, he would tell them anyway. He's like, you obviously don't know. But about a quarter of the way into the night, Matthew would probably sneak in, steal all the toothbrushes, replace it with candy, and Galen would be annoyed and probably rant about it for days However, he would accept his fate and hand out the candy instead of the toothbrushes, but he would proceed to also still use the diagram and be like, when you're done this, brush your teeth like this. Number 7, which of your characters decide to pair up and do an angel and devil costume together? Now, Sonia's brother, Caleb Sicarius, would want to do this with Marina Piscator because she's his crush. However, he would ask her and then she'd be like, oh no, I don't want to do a pair because I don't want people to think we're together and I want to get laid tonight. And then he'd be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go sit in the corner and drink now. I see how it is. Someone who would actually pull it off would be Vienna and Renata Formicitas. So they're both sisters. Vienna is like 17 and Renata is 6. So they would both want to be angels. However, Vienna's like, I am not having my 6-year-old sister dress as a devil, especially since most of the time they're meant to be sexy. So Vienna would do the devil, which is somewhat fitting because she's kind of a devil to Sonia. And then they would show up at the party in their devil and angel costume and promptly get arrested for practicing Christianity, despite the fact that neither of them are actually Christians and they're actually both devout Romans. However, since they aren't actually Christians and Vienna's dating protector Artemis Cultum, they probably wouldn't be fed to the lions in the Colosseum. Probably. Number 8. Someone is too scared to attend the Halloween party. Who is it? Now, a lot of these answers I've heard have been funny. Mine will not be funny. Mine is kind of depressing. My character would be Antonetta, who is a slave. And due to the fact that she's half Improbus, the upper class, and Peador, lower class, who are forbidden to intermarry or reproduce, she is essentially illegal, and her Peador father was executed before she was born, and her Improbus mother was enslaved, along with Antonetta. So eventually her mother died, and now she's an orphan slave, and everyone hates her, so she wouldn't go to the party not only because she isn't allowed to, and the fact that everyone there would hate her, but also because she's scared of humanity. Sorry to kill the mood. Number 9, who overdoses on Halloween candy and ends up sick. So that would be Sonia's cousin, Theo Metallicus. Not only would Theo eat all his candy, he would steal everyone else's candy and eat that too. And even once he knows he's getting sick, he would continue to eat it just because he can. What a dirty kleptomaniac. Number 10. Which of your characters is most likely to place a curse or a hex on someone, and who would they place it on? So that character would be Protector Cassius Fadina. So even though he's one of the highest ranking people in the province, he hates everything. Specifically, he hates the demigods. And if he had to pick which demigod to kill, he'd probably pick Sabina, the daughter of Mars, because she's the highest ranking one he knows, and she's kind of a jerk. I've actually referenced her in another one of my videos. However, I referred to her as Trinity because I've changed a lot about the story since then, and it doesn't make any sense for her name to be Trinity if she's a demigod daughter of Mars. So yeah. And that is the final question. I hope you enjoyed, and now I want to read my story more as opposed to being too scared to read it. Now my face itches and my food's melting, so I'm gonna go. I'll see you later.